Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and today we are going to do a video for everyone who is free hitting in Gameweek 27. So with Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal all blanking, those of us with about 4 to 5 players from these teams would definitely be considering using our free hit. So hopefully it is useful for you guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, do give it a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and let's jump straight into this video. So on the screen right now, you guys can see I've put up the squad value and the fixtures for Gameweek 27. So this team that I'll be putting up is pretty affordable at just 102.4 mil. Most of us will be able to afford this team at this point of the season. So taking a closer look at the fixtures I've highlighted in green, the teams I feel will perform pretty well in Gameweek 27. So these are the teams probably most of us free hitting in Gameweek 27 will want to either double or triple up on. So I've incorporated all the key players from these teams into this free hit draft that I'm about to show you guys in a little bit. So we have Southampton and they play Norwich, pretty easy fixture there for them. Tottenham play Leeds, and after their win against City, I'd say we are seeing glimpses of improvements from Spurs, so that's pretty exciting as well. And as for the Brentford versus Newcastle and Brighton versus Aston Villa game, I wouldn't really recommend putting any players from those teams into our draft, and that's because I do feel the games are going to be pretty cagey, so less predictable. So none of the players from those teams actually stand out to me as well. So next up we have Burnley, who are the only team in Gameweek 27 who double, so we definitely are going to want to have as many Burnley players as we can in our free hit team. And then lastly, there are the two Manchester clubs with pretty easy fixtures as well. So overall, my draft is going to be centered around all these teams in green. So let's now take a look at our keeper as well as our backline and see how we are lining up in our defense. So at the back, we're going to go with Nick Pope as our keeper, and then for our back four, we're going to have Cancelo, Ben Mee, Dalot and Livramento. So doubling up on Burnley's defense by having Pope and Ben Mee is really what I would recommend for this game week, because I do feel like Burnley have been much more solid at the back in their last few games. They've kept a couple of clean sheets, and initially I was going to go with Tarkowski, but he's down with COVID, so I wouldn't want to take that risk. So Ben Mee is the safer option to go with, and of course they both double in game week 27, so that's really great for us as well. So for the other three defenders, every chance that they also keep clean sheets in game week 27. So Cancelo plays Everton, who have been really poor. Dalot plays Watford and they don't create many chances as well. I know Dalot got rested over the weekend, but I do feel like he's not second choice at this moment for United. I believe it's more of a case of rotating with Wan-Bissaka every few games. So I do feel like since he was rested against Leeds, he would come into the side against Watford. But if we want to be safer, we can just go with Luke Shaw, who's just about 0.4 mil more expensive. So that's a safer option for us as well. And then lastly, we have Livramento, who just came back from injury, and it does seem like the right back spot is once again his to lose as well, and he plays Norwich. So every chance he keeps a clean sheet there as well. So the best part about having these three fullbacks in our team is that they all aren't shy of going up in open play, putting in crosses for the forwards to get their heads on. So every chance that they get attacking returns as well. So in midfield, we have a really strong midfield, and it's the three talisman from each of the bigger teams playing this week. So first up, we have Fernandes, who's been at the heart of the Manchester United attack in recent times, and if you watch the last few games, I think we can agree that he should have had a couple more goals and assists in those games, and that's a good sign because it shows us how involved he is. So every chance against Watford at Old Trafford that he's going to get us some returns. And then next up, there's Kevin De Bruyne. I would say that against Everton, he is a must-have this game week. I foresee goals, assists, etc. and basically him hauling like crazy, so I would definitely want him in my free hit team. And lastly, we have Son, who's been in pretty good form since his return from injury. Spurs are coming off a really good win against City as well. So Son, as usual, was instrumental, providing 2 assists in that game, doing what he does, etc. So I would definitely want him in my free hit team as well. So lastly up front, we're going to go with Kane, Broja and Weghorst. So Kane comes off a brace against City, and I'm sure that would have given him a boost. And what better team to continue this goal scoring form against than Leeds. So we are going to double on Spurs, and Kane makes the first of our front three. So next up, Broja, his numbers as well as the eye test all point to him being a really good budget option for just 5.4 mil. He plays Norwich at home. You know, one of the easier fixtures for him, and I do feel like he is in for some returns there. And then lastly, we definitely want an attacker from Burnley, who is the only team that doubles in Gameweek 27. So when we think of Burnley attackers, who else other than Weghorst right now? He is the man of the moment for Burnley, and he got a double-digit haul against Brighton over the weekend. Really impressive. He did have a little bit of a niggle in his right knee after the game. Ice packs wrapped around it during the post-match interview, but it does seem that he will be fine. He also mentioned during that interview that he probably thinks he would be fine. Sean Dyche also said that he thinks Weghorst would be fit for the next game. So that next game happens to still be Game Week 26. So come Game Week 27, he'll play Palace and Leicester, which aren't the easiest games for Burnley. But if they do pop a goal or two, it probably would be Weghorst, right? And I would say that he is a must-have in every free hit draft for Game Week 27. So to complete the team, we're going to go with Foster, Ait-Nouri, Jacob Ramsey, and Billy Gilmore. So we won't really be needing our bench much since our starting 11 are all players that are key to their teams. But just for extra measure, we do have a playing bench in all these players. So Foster is the cheapest playing keeper in the game still, so he will be our second keeper. And as for outfield players, first up we have Ait-Nouri, really good budget option there. The Wolves defense has been really impressive as well this whole season, so if we do need a sub, we can call on Ait-Nouri. And second in line we have Jacob Ramsey, also a very nice option, very cheap, good value, and he's been in fine form for Villa as well, so we wouldn't be too afraid if we have to call on him. And then lastly, Billy Gilmore, which I really don't think we would need to call on our third option on the bench, but just for good measure, he is the last player on our bench. Now for captaincy, I can't really see us not captaining a double game week player, so in that sense it's pretty obvious and a relatively easy captain decision this week when it comes to game week 27 captain options. If we have Weghorst, captain him, and that's probably what I'm going to recommend doing as well. So we're going to slap the captain's armband on Weghorst, and just for good measure we're going to make Nick Pope the vice captain as well. So with that guys, there we have it, our Game Week 27 free hit team, which takes into account all the teams with good fixtures that we have highlighted in green on the left. And in our starting 11, if we take a look, we have double Southampton, double Spurs, double United, double City, and of course we have triple Burnley, who have a double game week in Game Week 27. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this draft. Am I missing anyone? Are there better options out there that I am maybe not considering, or some options that I should pick over the players that I have already? Let me know down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Lots of exciting content coming up in the next few game weeks. I probably will be playing one chip every 2 to 3 game weeks, so stay tuned for that. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.